ball season is done. Moving on, man, we had a story come across our timeline, and we both were in complete and total lockstep with talking about this. And I know this is something that is near and dear to the heart of my co-host for personal reasons, but it was all about our guy Larson Lucky,
Lawson
who
Luckie, yeah.
Lawson Lucky, who has a 13-year-old brother, and his story is amazing. Colin, I'm gonna let you take over because you've done more of the digging than I have. Well, I will tell you this much: he has a 13-year-old brother, and when his brother was born, they noticed he was doing some things a little late, and they realized that he was only born with half his brain. And that's where I'm gonna do the handoff to you, Colin, and let you take the reins.
Yeah, essentially it was it's Fox G1 syndrome. It's actually not to correct you, but it's actually he was born without a gene that helps in forming a part of his brain. So I mean, I'm not sure about the habit, but it's a part of the brain that not form. But I've never heard of it, until I watching this. But as most of the audience probably knows, my son was born with a congenital defect, CDH, and my goodness, he's been through some stuff. But I couldn't imagine going through what Lawson has gone through. But anyway, like Frank said, he's 13, but has he's around, as I say. He's wheelchair bound and unable to speak or move, and has a developmental age of around 3 to 6 months old. He's 13 years old. So, but then if you watch the video, Lawson said you can see his kind of personality come out. But that was one of the main reasons he probably could have gone, anywhere he wanted to go. But he's from Georgia, and he just said that he couldn't be that far away from home. He wanted to be able to come home at the drop of a dime. So he ended up going to Georgia. And yeah, if anybody gets a chance, go on YouTube. It was a video or a story on game day. So I mean, I posted on my timeline. It was kind of it hit very very close to home to me. But I mean, it just goes to show, like, no matter how bad you think you have it or tough you got it, somebody's already got it. Somebody's got it worse. Somebody somewhere has it
Very
worse.
true.
so, be thankful for for the good things you got. So that's just a statement, not a sermon, right? Just a thought, not a sermon.
Yeah,
But yeah,
just not a sermon, just a thought. It's a beautiful thing. And just be ye forewarned. We did post a link to the story. It is pinned in the comments if you want to check it out. It is a beautiful story. All I'm going to tell you is have you some tissues,
no
because this is
doubt.
the first time. The first time that I knew of this was Saturday during the game when they cut to his brother in the stands with his mom, and I said, "Oh
Yeah,
man, that's beautiful." Like he comes and watches all of his brother's games when he's there when they're playing at home, and then you got into the rest of the story.
right. And the fact of how many close calls, and then I can kind of relate. Not as close of calls as he's gone, as his brother has gone close to, but can kind of relate to that. But yeah, if you look at him, every time he scored a touchdown, he goes finds his brother and his mom.
Yep.
And that was a time. What was it? That wasn't what game was it? I think it was a game, not this past weekend, but the weekend before. I think he actually was on the other side of the field. Like the Georgia was in the end zone on the opposite side of the field. His mom and brother, he ran all the way down the other side of the field. So it's just, hey, kudos to him, man. He's a great young man.
He is,
But
and
I would be
that
doing
is
the same thing.
amazing.
I would think so. But
And here's the thing, he's not blowing up the scoreboard, but when you give him the
but,
ball, he's going to definitely try and get it in the end zone. He's only got 11
right.
receptions for 87 yards. He's got 4 touchdowns, and his
Yeah, it
average
took you
is
a long
seven.
time to score one. I mean, they scored late in the season, right? His first touchdown, I think, was last
Yes.
weekend.
Yeah.
Oh,
Was it?
weekend before last, I guess. Not this past weekend. I'm thinking it was. I could be wrong.
No, it was Ole Miss. He had 3 against Ole Miss, and he had 1 against
Oh,
Texas.
yeah, that's right. Because he said, yeah, because that goes on with the story. Because he said that he woke up that morning, and he just said that he felt different. Like he just the day was good. He just felt different that day, and then he blew up, and his brother was there, his mom obviously, and he had a great game. That's right. Yeah, I forgot all about that.
Yeah,
My bad. But yeah,
it was a heck of a game, and
to
like I said,
have that, to have a huge win like that, and for a lot of these kids wanting to go out and celebrate with their friends, he would rather just go home and have some quality time with his brother, which is awesome. You know,
yes, it's
like
absolutely amazing story. I I don't really have anything else to add to that. I can
no,
talk. I can talk. I can talk forever. Ask my wife and children. I
yeah,
have nothing to add to that. It's a beautiful story, and if
no,
you click, like I said, if you click the link right there, it'll take you to ESPN.com. No sponsorship intended. You go to take you right to the story on the ESPN page. It tells you all about uh, Los Lucky's little brother, Cannon. So it's a
yep,
beautiful, beautiful,
yep, yep,
beautiful story. Definitely, if you take nothing away from this show today, take a minute to watch that story.
yep. And just think of other people. 'Cause I mean, like think of yourself, obviously, but I mean, just think, could always be worse.
Yeah, it can always be worse. 100%.
But
Well,
anyway,
that is a heck of a note to end on there, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's I mean, it's emotional. It's
it is,
emotional, but it is
and
also
happy
it's also a feel good story. So that is the perfect place
for
for
sure.
us to call it a night. So, ladies and gentlemen, we definitely want to reach out and thank each and every one of you. Wait a minute, is this the show? There it is, right there. I wanted the
Hey,
applause. Thank you so much for tuning in to us tonight. We appreciate you very much. If you don't know what show you've been watching, we have a very special person who will tell you what it is. Hang on.
You are watching UG football, starring my dad and Mr. Fingers.
There you
yeah,
go,
that's my
right
dog.
there.
There we
That's
go.
that's the B man right there, the unofficial announcer for this week in UGA football. So on behalf of myself, Colin, it's great to be back, man. I know I was off last week, but it's great being back in the saddle. Always
Great to
good
be back
seeing
with
your
you, man.
face. Yeah. So on behalf of Colin P and myself, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to ski daddle. But we will see you again soon. And don't forget, we will be posting our little posty posts during the weekend and the games and things like that. So we will see you again soon. Take care of yourself. If we don't talk to you again before the weekend, have a great weekend. I'm pretty sure our dogs will. And having said that, go dogs.
And go dogs.